All right. Proud of this team. That's a hard-fought SEC victory and a game that was very unique in a lot of ways, and that we come out offensively. I didn't think we had enough poise. We had some self-inflicted wounds, got some little penalties, and did some things, but overcame them in the drive, and then got down the red zone. And like one that you heard me say on Monday, it was critical that I thought we scored touchdowns. Well, we didn't. We scored 2 field goals, and our defense was playing lights out. But you're dominating the game, and you get 2 or 3 possessions in, and you're dominating, but you're only up 6-0, where one score could get you behind. But our defense never blinked. They kept right on playing the offense, because we went 2 good drives and didn't score in 3 and outs. Then we're in halftime, and then we lost our quarterback. And we were just playing with inconsistency. And then I thought second half we really grouped. Defense come right out again, got a 3 and out. Max comes in, takes it straight down the field for a touchdown. Then we come back, get another 3 and out. I believe it was 3 and out.
Yes,
we got them stopped.
3 and out.
And then come right back down, throw another touchdown. And then we're on another roll, and unfortunately on offense, and we find a way to make it interesting, because we come back again and hit 2 beautiful. We had a pass play down to, I think, the 29-yard line. Micah Tease caught a pass. We got a holding call. Turn around, hit a little drag route to Evan. He breaks it all the way down. I think they're 20. Get a pick. They said illegal pick or whatever. Holding wasn't trying to. He might have did it, but wasn't trying to. I promise. And then that you're putting the game away, and then you're back. Then you get it under control again. Get them backed up, and you're driving on the field on about their 40. And unfortunately, we fumble the ball, and then put it back to a 2-score game. And then we moved it, didn't get anything, and then the defense come out, held them again, and they get a drive, and they're down in field goal range. Luckily, they got that holding call, and everybody went on 4th. I wanted to move. I didn't want to give him the chance. He just hit a 52-yarder, so I didn't want to give him another one, because that would have made the game 20-13 and been a 1-score game. So we moved them back, and then the defense still got them a hold, so they couldn't kick the field goal. So we got the punt and got the ball back, and then broke the run, and were able to seal the game, and did a good job of finalizing off. But it been one thing I will say: the grit, the toughness, the ability for our guys to keep fighting and coming back. There's a lot of mistakes in there we got to clean up, but defensively, I thought we were outstanding. I think we had 14 tackles for loss. I think we had 7 sacks. That's 21 negative plays in big-time negative plays just the constant pressure on what they did. I thought our defense was outstanding on the day, and they broke some runs, a couple tackles. I wish we could have made in the open field a little better. But offensively, we ran it and threw it, but we got to get some more consistency in what we did. Kicking game, again, field goal kicker was awesome. Hit a 52-yarder right off the first drive. Hit another one that put us up there. So our kicking game, we're covering pretty good in what we're doing. So listen, we won the game and still didn't play close to what we're capable of, and we got to get better. And going into the SEC play, I think some of these young guys got an education what this game is going to be like. It's a physical, bruising game that you're going to have to play like this the rest of the year. So hopefully we'll get better and move on from here. But very proud of our guys and the way we competed. And I thought our defense was absolutely outstanding.
Down front, Travis. Then we'll go second row, Christy.
Hey, Coach, what is Connor's status, and do you foresee any extended period out?
No, I don't know. We'll wait and see. He was still in there. I think X-rays were negative. We just see what all we go with, where he's at and how he feels coming back. But like I said, I thought Max, I can't say enough great things about Max and how he came in and played. Like I said, I think we have 2 starting quarterbacks. I'm very proud of him, and we'll wait and see how Connor gets. I don't have any idea.
You've talked a lot about having 2 quarterbacks, which just isn't a luxury you've had in years past. How good is that now that something like this happens?
It's huge. It's critical. I mean, you're going to play. You can't. I'll take 3. I mean, you never know. I mean, because that's a unique position, and you're one play away from something happening, and it's not just them. Guy falls into him, steps on him. That's basically what happened to him. He was stepping forward on the play, and their feet come together, whatever it looked like on what happened. But, I mean, you can't have enough good quarterbacks, and we're blessed to have them, and we got some guys behind him, but Max was outstanding on the day and coming in and what he did.
Second row, Christy, and then Brent.
I had a couple. What was it like the moment when you saw Max throw the touchdown pass to his brother?
I know he's up 2 scores. I was very happy. I mean, it was great. I mean, his mom and dad were. I mean, I got it. Trust me, I got it. But his mom and dad, I know, were happy. But that is unique that you can do that, and it was outstanding. It was a big play in the game, and very happy for both of them, because both kids are tremendous kids. And good players, very good players.
Kind of silly thing on that fumble return, you almost. I know you almost.
I was on the field. I was mad because we should have thrown a bubble screen, but anyway. I thought the ball was in front of us, and he was running around the corner. I thought the play was dead, and I was yelling at somebody else on the side, and the ball's coming back my way. I said, "Dag, I mean, it ain't supposed to happen." But I'm lucky I didn't get ran over. Bad execution on my part. I should have got out of the way.
Brent, and then Ola.
Jimbo, what do you attribute y'all's ability to get to the quarterback and put so much pressure on the quarterback?
Well, I think we have it. Like I said in that game, they slid and picked and chipped and did some things and some pass things that I don't care if you had to steal Curtin or the Purple People Eaters, you wasn't going to get to them in some of the protections they had. I mean, and how they did it on certain plays. You know what I mean? But I think by winning that first and second down, and now you get to third and long, now you can ramp up. They become one-dimensional. You're in second longs, you're in third and longs, and the pressures we brought we got pressure and we brought blitzes and we did some different things and we were able to cover.
You mentioned y'all didn't play your best and not to what you're capable of. What is this team capable of moving forward?
I think hopefully we'll find out. But I've said before, I love this team. I think this team can play with anybody on our schedule, but we have to. Talent's one thing, execution's another, toughness is another, competitive nature is another, and we have those things. But being able to and then keep the poise to do it. I think we're at a place right now. We're getting there, but I think our guys are wanting to do it so much. Just take a deep breath, keep a little poise as you do things. You know what I'm saying? And we got to do a little better job of that.
Second row, Olin. Then we'll go to the left, Kirk Bowles.
Yeah, a couple of things.
Do three.
You probably had a pretty good look at it. Were you miffed or surprised that they didn't give you the touchdown on the fumble return?
Yeah, I did. I was. That was so close on what was that right there. I mean, that's shocking. You know, what I mean, I thought it was still because it was called that way, and to me, it wasn't obvious that it was forward, in my opinion. You know, but hey, who am I?
Connor's been playing so well as a coach. When you find out he's going to be injured, not be able to come in, do you have a sinking feeling at all that goes through when you get that information?
No, because you have confidence in the backup, and I've always said that. I mean, I feel it for him. I mean, personally, that you're doing things well and you play and you hate to do that. But unfortunately, what you got to understand, and they have to understand, he has to understand, that's football, man. You're going to be banged, you're going to be bruised, and that's how it's going to be battered. But at the same time, I feel very confident in the guy we have behind him. But I'm sad for him, no doubt. I mean, because he was doing an outstanding job. But very happy for Max's opportunity, and like I say, very confident in his abilities.
Was he kind of like Zach against Alabama?
Calzada.
No, I want to see it again. I think it was he was stepping on his pass, and the guy stepped on his ankle or stepped on his foot, or and a follow through is what I think. I couldn't see it cleanly. I'll wait and see. I don't want to say that till then.
Third row on the left, Kirk.
Yeah, Jimbo, in this day of the transfer portal, did you ever come close to losing Max because he is a quality guy? And what do you think his best asset is?
His best athlete, he's a tremendous person. I always say that about all the great players. The great ones mostly are tremendous people, and he's a tremendous person and who he is. And he understands team and all those things. And then he has all the attributes. I mean, he has the physical attributes, the mental attributes. He's a tremendous competitor and a great teammate. What about it? What'd you say?
Were you sweating the transfer portal in the offseason?
You always sweat the transfer portal. I mean, that's like a constant. That's a constant sweat that there's no air conditioning for. All right.
We'll go back behind the lights on the right side and just go down the road.
Sounds good. Jimbo, you said the defense, you were super proud of how they played. Talking about Torian specifically, 11 tackles, kind of a career day for him. What did you see from him today?
A career day. He's only played 4 games.
Yeah, well, he had his first career sack, too.
Yeah, I mean, again, he's only going to get better and better and better in what he does and the reads he makes and the alignments and assignments. I mean, the kid is a heck of a player, and he's a very mature kid, and that's what allows him to do it. Very happy for him, but that's the way he practices every day. It's the way he comes to work every day. I don't have the defensive stat. They haven't.
No, sir, I haven't got them yet.
Our SID didn't get me the numbers
That's
on
right.
tackles and stuff. I didn't get to see that.
Torian, 11 tackles and 1 sack, 2 tackles for loss.
Who had the most sacks?
That one I don't have just yet.
Looks like Edge
Cooper
had
Cooper's
2.
got 2.
I thought there was more sacks than 6 or 7.
I'll check the video.
I mean, we end up with, the tackles for loss or how you get 14 tackles for loss? I mean, it seemed like it was more to me, didn't it, you? Watching the game, huh? They only had 7. They had 7 credited.
So,
That's 4.
well,
You guys don't have to pass math to be a writer?
all right, Coach, we'll go back behind the
I'm teasing.
lights.
2, 2, and 1, that's 5 now.
All right, Ben.
Coach, was there a play where you seemed like you felt confident Max was settling in out there that first drive? I'm thinking, I guess for me, that 3rd and 5 run where he got the first
Yeah,
down.
Max will do that. He'll tuck it and go, and that confidence of reading that. You know he's feeling the game when he can step up and see those things. And there was a couple of them on 3rd downs early. He did a really nice job on.
Staying back behind the lights, Daryl.
Coach, the confidence that this gives your team picking up your first SEC win and going into Arkansas next week?
You got to continually build on those things. I mean, that is the part. The more you win, the more you have success, and the more you realize you belong out there and you can make the plays. And hopefully we can build on that. But hopefully we can learn from this. I mean, we're not content with this. And like I said, we in my opinion, could have had a better control of the game a little bit early, and we need to do that better so we don't give people enough hope and and make it harder on ourselves. And then we, like I said, we had 2 drives, we're putting it away, and one we get 2 penalties, and the other we fumble, and those can't. But I mean, hey, I'm gonna tell you this: we're gonna give the ball to Ruben Owens 1,000 more times. He's gonna be a phenomenal player, and he made a bunch of good runs, like I told him in the locker room. Don't put that one behind you because you're gonna get it a bunch more.
4th row on the left, Sam.
2 things for you. Connor, obviously in the first half, didn't go as cleanly as is some of that just young quarterback struggles? I know he's only making his 9th
Well,
start.
sometimes here, or sometimes we miss a block up front, or sometimes the route gets ran a little bit not like it's going to run. I mean, you have to look and see before you point. Like I say, there's a lot of things that quarterbacks take blame for that they which is part of it. But we'll wait and see why it was.
And then how pleased were you just getting pressure with the front without just the front itself?
Makes a huge difference, man. When you can do that and stay in coverage and keep your guys back and don't make yourself vulnerable to all those situations, that's when the game becomes fun on defense.
Down front right, Cole.
2 quick ones, Jimbo. Noah didn't play today. Any reason for some concern moving
Yeah,
forward?
he just banged up a little bit, and we'll get him back hopefully here in the near future.
And then Le'Veon being able to kind of take over the game in the second half. Just
Yeah,
how
I could say
pleased have you been with him?
Getting him Amari breaks the run, but Le'Veon's powerful, man. You could see it. He's got burst, he got size. He's a really good player. I mean, all of them back. You see Amari's ability to hit, and of course Ruben's too. But just happy for Le'Veon getting healthy, man. I keep telling everybody, man, the guy's a really good player.
Time for a couple
Explosive
more.
and powerful.
Naomi, front left.
Hey Jimbo, with a win like this, like it wasn't a blowout or anything, there were ups and there were downs. What kind of lessons do you think this will teach to younger players?
That's what I like about the game. That all right, it didn't go our way. We're not Dad get frustrated. There was no frustration. Defense said okay. Offense, if you're not going to do it that way, we're going. As long as they don't score, we ain't going to lose. And actually, we gave up 7 on offense. They gave up 3 on defense. When you look at it that way, you know what I mean? And there's a lot of character in what the question you're asked is a very good question because the defense said okay. We'll just keep doing what we're doing. And offensively, even though it wasn't going that way, they kept sawing wood, as I say. They kept coming back, and they didn't create. I mean, the fumble was a fumble, but it wasn't a lot of crazy, frustration trying to make big plays. We just kept sawing wood, and we broke the runs and did what we have to do. And there's going to be a lot of those days in this conference. That's just the way this league goes when you play good people. And just very proud of the way we kept competing in the game and just keep taking the next play.